Good afternoon, sir. This video presentation for semifinals. Every vessel shall at the time maintain a proper lookout by sight and hearing, as well as by all available means appropriate in the prevailing circumstance and condition, so as to make full appraisal of the risk of collusion. The duties and responsibilities to carry out while navigation. A deck officer assigned with the duties of watchkeeping and navigation on a ship bridge is known as the officer on watch. While keeping a watch on the bridge, he is the representative of a shipmaster and has the total responsibility of the safe and smooth navigate of the ship. He is also charged of the bridge team, which is shared to support him in the navigational process. He is also responsible to ensure that the ship complies with call regs and all the orders of the master are followed with utmost safety under all conditions. The duties and responsibility to carry out all while working on deck. The deck crew is charged while the vessel navigation, watchkeeping, maintaining the ship's hull, cargo, and gear accommodation, taking care of the ship's life-saving and firefighting appliances. The deck department is also the one in charge with receiving, discharging, and carrying for cargo. The duties and responsibilities to carry out while cargo operation. Equipment, life, safety harness, safety helmet, safety shoes, goggles, life jackets, life raft, and various other must be used at all the time while handling cargo operation on the ships. Working out such equipment put your life in grave risk. All the make sure you have know the proper of use all protection equipment in order to optimize its use. This equipment is mandatory for ships to ensure that there is no facilities due to lack of saving appliances. Anchorage. Anchoring is one of the many important operations coming under the responsibility of deck officer. It involves the use critical shipboard equipment and requires high level of situational awareness. The key responsibility of the deck officer at an anchor situation is a use to anchoring machinery and available manpower for carrying out the operation safety and efficiently in accordance with the master instructions. At anchorage, it is up the master to decide whether the which to keep out the deck on the bridge. The officer on watch has to ensure that all measures are taken for the safety of the vessel, its cargo and crew. Docking. Bridging a boat to the wharf should be done with a great care, and preparing for docking before the boat is brought to the wharf. Fender must be over the side at the height that gives maximum protection to the heel at the line for the tenders. Should be secure using a knot that permit easy adjustment, that best not to use club hitch. It should always be locked with a half hitch. Once the final adjustment has been made to the height. Mooring line or wrap around the hands, legs of a feet Never approach to the dock faster than you are willing to hit it. Always remember that there's room for only one captain of your vessel, regardless of the size. Undocking. Undocking means the reverse process to bring the vessel out of the dry dock duty, flooding dry dock and pulling the vessel out of the duty dock. The docking and the undocking of ship is described as a boat stirred by the pushing the stern in the opposite direction from the which bow is required to go. An attempt to undock by turning the rudder away the dock and engaging toward gear. Simplify, swing the stern against the dock. The following things must be checked by responsible engineer and deck officer. That's whatever it's the water filled into the deck. Check hull to proper coaching of point. Make sure no TBT base point in use. Check all the double button tank plug and secure. Check all the sea inlets and sea cheats granting are fitted. Check all propeller and rudder and clear from any obstruction. Check if anchor and anchor chain is secured on board. Bunkering. It is the shipping industry. The word bunker is used to fuel and load oils, which is stored on the ship and used for the machinery operation only. If a vessel is carrying marine fuel load to discharge it to another port, it's not be called bunker. It is the vessel on truck is carrying it to transport it to another ship for using it is the machinery. It will be termed as a bunker and operation performed to transport the oil is known as bunkering. A ship to bunkering is a process to transfer the fuel oil, which is the adjustment ship present alongside to each the other fuel oil to another. Once connected pumps on the mother ship will be the force the fuel to the other ship via these hoses. What are the duties of officer on watch when pilot on board ship? The pilot presence on board is added vigilance and not substitute. The master remain the sole keeper in the last word on every matter. The master remain responsible for the vessel and her safe navigation. Pilot away. As it with boarding the vessel, all safety measures should be adhered to. The entire process of the pilot embarking and disembarking is rather simplified yet risky. Risky for the crew for reaching the pilot ladder and gangway. Is clear exposure to harm, especially in order to the vessel. The officer on watch should be vigilant that all the safe working practices are strictly followed. It all possible and deemed appropriate by the master. Behalf of the pilot doesn't, the master from his responsibilities, the officer on watch should assist the master in having a trouble-free pilotage. This is my video presentation for semi-finals. Thank you, sir.